Okay, we're back. We are back. Geonosis. Oof. Welcome back. Thank you very much, Spikies. Appreciate it. Oh. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but it's cool. It's cool. Went on an insane Vader run, 10 kills, but you missed it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Big Chill, yes, from Greedo stream yesterday. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Chad, I am here. Of course you are. Hope you're doing well, Chad. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if you've seen or not, but in 2 hours and 15 minutes, we are getting the highlights of round 1 from Creator Clash. I've just pressed a button I really, really didn't want to press. Bother. That's gonna... Alright, if the stream, like, kind of... Oh, hang on. I think we're good. Oh. Alright, that wasn't bad. That was not bad at all. I accidentally pressed to open Elgato Game Capture on my stream deck, and I didn't want to do that. Welcome back, Tien. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. No, it was... I mean, maybe you coming to the stream killed it. I don't know. It was as you came, so I'm a bit sussy, Tien, but maybe you're an imposter. I'm joking. I hope you're doing well, though. It's good to see you. Sorry about that, guys. We're back. I'm very much excited. Excellent. Yeah. So, yeah, for those who don't know, yeah, so in 2 hours and 15 minutes, the highlights for round 1 of the Creator Clash are coming out. You'll be able to see who is progressing into round 2 and the overall scores. Hey, Munzie. What are the odds that I'm in the game? Well, to be honest, I kind of had a feeling because I saw you in the... I knew you were in the menus anyway. No, he was AFK. Yeah, I saw you in the menus anyway, so I was just kind of like, well... I imagine at some point this might happen, and voila. Here we go. It happened. Oh, I love that. Flushed. Ooh. Can I get this way? Yes. Yes, I can. I'm a sneaky boy. We're going to go around and see what we can do. Fallen odd music is the stuff. Bang, bang. Oh, you're... How are you not dead? Jesus, man. That'll be Munzie as Boba there. Oh, it's not. Okay. It's Rylan Red. How dare he? 2 months left and 2020 is over. Dude, I know. It's crazy. Oh, and now Spikey's internet's gone. Brilliant. Oh, man. Sorry about that, dude. This game is cursed. It is. I genuinely haven't had an internet crash like that. Especially when I'm streaming for a long time now. So it literally, the fact that it happened on this day where I actually streamed Battlefront 2, like, just, it doesn't surprise me, to be honest. It's really annoying. You know it's for round 2? Somewhat. I don't want to spoil it too much. Don't want to spoil it too much. But yeah, based on what I told you, because Chad, I don't know if you've seen the group, but like about what I said, about how it's like, you know, it's not actually how many points we earn in 3 games. It's kind of, do we earn more points than the opposition in game 1? Do we earn more points in game 2, and so on, and like that. So yeah, it's that system, and when I remembered that it was actually working like that, I was a bit more confident. So yeah, we'll see. You'll come back next game. Awesome, no worries. Well, hopefully someone will leave, and then we can do. I did see. We'll make it. Hell yeah. Yeah, GG's, Munzie. GG. That Ray Saber looks so orange. The lighting looks yellow, but the actual blade itself looks really orange. Very odd. GN's apprenticeship ends next year. Nice. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, my brother's is going to be ending in about 5 months or so. I'm currently in a squad with Rylan. Dude, I honestly, as soon as I saw him, I kind of thought, yep, you're probably in a squad together. I was like, It doesn't surprise me, sweaty boys. Honestly. I saw the level 802. I was like, yep, okay. Ah, God. Of course. It happens. It happens. We're going to Kashyyyk now. Very good. And there we go. Rylan himself. Oh, God. Sweaty. Yes. Very sweaty. Oh, God. I use deodorant. Well, then you'll smell good. Whilst doing it. But that's not the point, son. That's not the point. Oh, man. I like. Alright. Larry Fishy. What a name. Well, and we got a Larry Fishy. We got a Fishy Fi. Level 66. Nice. Welcome back, Giovanni. Apologies on the last stream as well. Obviously, I got my internet died. Mr. Emil, good to see you. Finally made a stream. Hope you're doing well. Ah, yes, the sip, the split sip, the. Oh, that's nice and cold. Wait. Oh, we're on the same team. Excellent. This is good news. Now we're going to shred. No, hit him. Da. That's what I like to see. Oh, beautiful. Hang on. Oh, yes. Oh, wait. Was that a kill? Yeah, it was a kill. Lovely. Very nice. I was kind of hoping for the no-scope there, but it didn't work. Come on, then. Oh. Ooh, that looked nice. It's the hit and spin straight away. So that bang, got him. It just makes it look nicer. It really does. It's like in CS:GO when you see people like just roll the mouse wheel to change from their sniper to their knife, and they take a shot and switch to the knife and then go back to the sniper, and it's like, you know, it makes it look really like sweaty, and I don't know. I feel like in Battlefront 2 that's the roll. That's what that does. It's like, yeah. Oh, what, the guy when I jumped off the hill? Yeah, that was not the hill, the hut. When I jumped off the hut and hit that no-scope, that was, I mean, it was cool, but because he didn't die, it was just a bit like, yeah. If it was a headshot, I probably would have said something. I would have been like, oh my god. Yes. Yeah, it was cool. It's a lovely shot. It was still, oh my god, material. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my dude. Oh god. Oh, there's a little assault. There we go. Nice. Come on, boy. Where you going? Where you going? No. I wanted that kill. Lovely. We hit the quick scope, and then yep. Nice. I think he just got pulled. Okay. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that guy just got pulled, so he's gonna be a bit low. Anyone about? Oh, hello. What's this? It's Magic Munzie. Oh, I don't have any emotes, actually. I jump. That's PTO. Go on, Charlo. Wolves Games. Good to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. Ah, yep. Bugger. What do you think of the Lego Holiday Special trailer? Honestly, it looks so much fun. I mean, it looks funny, but it just actually looks like a lot of fun as well. What army do I like the most? Republic. I don't know. Yeah, it probably is the Republic, to be fair. I mean, I love the clone troopers. I've always loved the clones. But for me, like, the amount of different armor they have and all that, like, for me, is just awesome. I mean, I love what Disney have done to the Empire, to be honest. Because before, like, we didn't have a huge amount. Like, we had some variations, obviously, like, because of games and things. But in the actual, like, films and stuff now that we have, like, Disney with doing Star Wars, like, we've seen so many new versions of Stormtroopers, and yeah, we've seen so many different versions of Stormtroopers that have come out like awesome. In Rogue One, we had the Tank Troopers and the Shore Troopers, which look amazing, as well as some other like Imperial Ground Crews, kind of cool as well. But then Solo, we had the Patrol Trooper, which is like my favorite Stormtrooper variant, along with the Mud Troopers and the what else? I'm trying to think of what it was. It's the white ones on the rail, not rail, but yeah, on like the. Oh, how could I forget? God damn it. Do I have PC? I mean, I've got a laptop, not an actual like. I've got like a gaming laptop, but not a PC. I do want to get a PC though, because it'll be so much better for streaming on, and I would quite like to stream some PC games as well, like Valorant. If I got when I get a PC, I'll actually play Valorant again, and I'll stream that on my Twitch. Holy moly! I'm gonna get. I've already been choked actually, so I'm not gonna get that. Larry Fishy. Ow. Owen, good to see you. What do you mean political Peter's taken over? Where are they? This is the kind of moment I wish I was a gunman hero, so I could just you know, pop people a little bit. Do you play Battlefront 2 on your laptop? No, I don't do anything in Wolf of Wolf's videos, no. I mean, I have been in a Wolf of Wolf video, like when he did the YouTuber tournament thing. But I played it on my laptop, and yeah, my laptop, like, it can handle Battlefront 2, but I just think the amount of stuff that I have on my laptop, like all the software and things like that, it's not the best for gaming on by any means. So I don't, like, I have Battlefront 2 on my PC, on my laptop, sorry, but I don't have it actually downloaded because I'm just not going to play it. Rip. It was a waste. Do you think I'm crazy wanting to do a stream where I say Darth Vader a million times? Yes, absolutely. I think you're crazy. I think you're very crazy, because that's going to take a very long time. Oh, hello. That was a nice block. No. Are you getting the new PS5 and or Xbox X? I am getting the PS5. I actually got an email about it today, actually, so that's cool. But yeah. Cobalt, good to see you. When you play GA, ew. Okay. Which Battlefront game did you enjoy the most? This one. American election is kind of crazy, but I'm not brave enough for politics. Well, yeah. I hope they will be able to run mods. They won't. Consoles can't do mods because the thing with mods, to actually like download mods, you need to change. Like, you need to add things and change the files and all that stuff. You can't access the files on consoles and stuff like that. That's why you can't run mods. And where are you going to download them from in the first place anyway? No. I mean, if consoles do actually have, like, mods and stuff, if consoles can ever actually have mods, then sure, that would be awesome, but it's very unlikely. I mean, maybe it'll be a thing in the future, who knows, but not now. You wouldn't be able to, like, Nexus mod, you can't install mods on consoles. You just can't. Not now, and not next gen, that's for sure. Because you realise that when if you go onto the internet on like your PS4, or your Xbox, and you go onto Nexus mods, and you're like, no, if I killed him. If you go onto like Nexus mods and you go like, oh, download, then it will look for a download path on, it's going to look for a download path in a specific file that it will download onto your PC/laptop that will not be on a PlayStation or Xbox. And then with mods on Battlefront anyway, you need to run like the Frosty editor and stuff anyway, which you can't do on consoles. Because again, there's no file path for that on these consoles. There's no, like, you can't do any of that stuff on console. I think I enjoyed the first Battlefront, the 2015 one, just because I felt like there was a little more smoother and the characters or heroes felt better and were a little OP. I mean, in terms of smoother, I know what you mean. Like, I feel like Battlefront 2015, in terms of like the gunplay and movement, I think a lot for like the most part, it did feel fairly. It felt like pretty good. It genuinely felt like a fun like Star Wars experience. But the thing with this game, like, well, the dashing and rolling is way better on this than Battlefront 2015 by far. It was super clunky. Lightsaber heroes were horrible in Battlefront. Like Battlefront 2015, I liked using lightsaber heroes, but they were just insane. And they, and the fact that, but it's just every time you go to swing, you go up, you go forward like 2 meters, and it was just not good. Whereas this game, like, sometimes you kind of do feel that like pull forwards a little bit, but it's obviously not as bad. Like hero combat is so much more smoother on this than Battlefront 2015. And obviously with this game you have more errors and just way more content, so yeah. You on Discord? I am. If you type in !Discord in the chat, a link should be provided for you. I'm pretty sure it works, but if not, then I'll have to get a link separately now and put a link to my server in the chat for you all. What I don't like about both is that before, when you press the crouch to roll, it was kind of weird, and now when you try to crouch, you roll. But yeah. I don't know, it's just the thing with... Oh, wait, I think Maul got stuck. Rip. Well, the thing is, though, in this game... Well, in Battlefront 2015, if you rolled, it could only be right or left. And it's not like it was smooth. It was like... Again, it was just the... It was like the hero... It was like the lightsaber gameplay, where you jump all of a sudden to that one space, but now it's actually really smooth and you can go in any direction, which is amazing. With crouching and rolling, you have to, like, on PS4 you have to hold to crouch and then you press for roll, so it's not bad really. It's not bad for this. Oh yeah, both were really solid. Like, I loved Battlefront 2015 for what it was, and I absolutely adore Battlefront 2017. I very much prefer this one, but yeah, I loved 2015 as well. I'd always especially Bespin. Like, Bespin was my favorite in 2015. Class is over. Excellent. How were they? What was the topic? What have you said, Art? What have you said? Cool. Oh, brilliant. Okay. You hopped in the server. Awesome. Awesome. Daniel. It's been a while, yeah. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. It's a pleasure. Has Battlefront, has the sight of Battlefront 2 brought you back? I feel like that might be the case. Wait, there's 19 people in the stream right now? What? Hang on a minute. I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. I was not expecting that. Look on the other team. PJ! Yes. My old name was Hat Nerd, and yeah, it was. Yeah, I know it was Daniel. I know. I remember the days of the nerd. No, it's good to see you back though, man. It's good to see you back. I need to stream Battlefront 2 more regularly again because I think it does. It does help. Ginger Ninja, hello there. Hope you're doing well. Storytelling forms within cinema. Oh, lovely. Very nice. Yeah, I was going through kind of the last few weeks. It's been really weird because it's like, on my animation, I'm trying to think of the word for it now. Module, that's it. On my animation module, like you don't really realize how much goes into animation, but then like until you actually start learning about it. And like especially with like characters and like animals and stuff like that, you genuinely have to think of, you literally have to kind of learn their biology and how they walk, how they like literally just any movement and on any terrain as well. Like how would a horse walk on grass? How would it walk on the road? How would it walk in snow? And you have to like know its biology and all this stuff. And then you've also got to account for weights and just actual physics and biology and stuff like that. And you kind of don't really think about that from a standard gamer's perspective. You don't tend to look at that or really ever think about that. You start learning about it, it's like, oh damn, like you don't really like. There's just so much that goes into it, and that's kind of what I've been. That was last Wednesday's lecture. That was interesting. Cool stuff if you don't mind watching movies 70 years old. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, to be fair, I'm not really an old movie person, I'll be honest. But yeah, I do really enjoy learning about like, because my course isn't really it's not just game focused, it's kind of TV and film as well. So I'm learning like all these things, but in all aspects really. So it's nice to kind of learn more about just overall cinema as well. It's great. Squadrons, I don't feel like it's a very good game, at least for me. It just feels weird for me, and it doesn't have a lot of game modes. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of game modes. It's only obviously got 2. It's got 3 really. There's dogfight, fleet battles versus AI, and obviously the campaign and practice mode. But yeah, I mean, there's not a massive amount to bring, like, to keep players all that interested. I mean, the game's enough to keep me interested for a while longer to go. Like, the gameplay for me is amazing, and you know, I love playing the game. You're joking. Of course it was PJ. Yeah, I mean, I love Squadrons, but I can see for a lot of people there wouldn't really be a lot to just keep them keep them invested. So, I mean, it's obviously a shame to see that. Again, like the fact that it's, it is an in-depth starfighter combat experience that, it's not everyone's it really isn't everyone's cup of tea. So. On the droids on Kashyyyk, if you go far right, you can easily get into the back of the clones that are super pushed up. Yeah, going like up here and then round, yeah. I've never done it personally because I just like to be in front and kind of battle of the snipers, but it's a good shout. I might have to try that at some point though. I obviously can't do it now, but... PJ, stop being sweaty. Come on, man. I would have rather they make content for Battlefront 2 than just make a whole new IP for a pretty insignificant game. I love how they still haven't... I mean, that just looks really dodgy. I mean, I know it's PG, but come on, man. Jesus Christ. I've always wondered that if anyone ever is going to... Like, it only happens on the droids, thankfully, but... I'm surprised no one's ever made a comment about that. The amount of times you just sat there and it's just like, it's a bit sus. But there we go. Well, I mean, they haven't made an... It obviously, it would be nice for them to have more content for Battlefront, but they haven't made a new IP for an insignificant game. It's the same IP. It's still Star Wars. It's just it's a smaller game, and it's not insignificant. It's just it's a smaller, focused experience that a large portion of the Star Wars gaming market might not necessarily enjoy. I mean, it's certainly not for everyone. When it kind of was first said that it was going to be when I first kind of really realized that it was going to be a super in-depth Starfighter game, I was kind of like, oh, I'm not 100% sure on this, because I'm not really, I never really played Starfighter Assault, and yeah, I'd never really been one too much for Starfighters, especially recently. Like as a child, I played Star Wars Starfighter all the time, and I loved that. But yeah, so I was really on the fence about it, but it came out and I really enjoyed it. Fire Blue, good to see. Hope you're doing well. But another thing, hello. So yeah, I mean what else was I saying? What was I actually saying? Oh, yeah, no, another thing to bear in mind as well, though, obviously, Owen, is that Squadron, the development of Squadrons had no impact on Battlefront at all. Like, Motive have been working on this since before Battlefront came out. Like, Motive haven't been working on Battlefront for over 3 years now. Well, actually, around 3 years, sorry. You know, so Battlefront ending is solely a DICE thing. It's solely due to Battlefield 5 failing as much. Well, I didn't like it. I don't really like to say that it was a huge fail, but because I'm not actually sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure sales actually were down. It was a bit of a fail. Yeah, it's a bit of a fail. And because of Battlefield 5 being not quite the success story that they were hoping for, DICE need to put everything into this next Battlefield game, so that's why Battlefront ended. The rank of master, is this the split screen, like the split screen? Oh my god. Oh god. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you well. Wait, Cobalt and Fire Blue, do you know each other? Did I miss? Should make another Battlefront if they don't want to continue working on Battlefront 2 and add a bunch of characters they were. Well, the thing is, though, it's not that the developers themselves didn't want to stop working on Battlefront. Like, they still probably had content planned for a long... Like, I reckon they probably still had content planned for at least the end of this year. But because of... Again, because of that Battlefield situation, EA kind of had to make the tough decision of well, what do we do? And the Battlefield franchise is... You know, it's one of EA's own IPs. Obviously, Battlefront isn't EA's, right? Well, EA obviously have the license to Star Wars games, but at the end of the day, it's Lucasfilm property, not EA. So, whereas obviously Battlefield is like a solely EA-owned franchise, so they need to... And it's one of their biggest franchises as well, you know, so they need to make this next Battlefield game as good as it can so that they can actually keep the Battlefield franchise alive and going, to be honest, because if this next Battlefield game flops like Battlefield 5, then the future of Battlefield itself is really at risk. I'm now going to the Chippy Man. I'll be back in about half an hour. No worries. Well, I'll probably I'll be ending in about 40 minutes or so. So probably won't see you back on the game, Nunzi. But enjoy the chippy. Gotta love a good battered sausage and chips. Yes, we do. Nice. Speakle, good to see you. Hopefully well. Oh, it's PJ. Wait. Hey, he's not gonna kill me. Hello. All right. I think he's gonna leave me alone, so that's cool. It's only PJ. What have you been up to, Mr. Mark? Well, lots of university stuff, lots of squadrons. You know, just the YouTubing life. Something else as well that you might find interesting, fellas, is that I started work on the first podcast episode today. I've not got a huge amount done, but I've got an introduction ready. I've got, I've started writing down the kind of questions that I'll be answering through the podcast as well. So yeah, it's exciting. Pretty pleased. What have you been up to, Mr. Rank of Master? Oh, I'm so dead. Get away from me. God damn it. Okay. Oh my god, Split Screen Podcast. Yes. Yes. So the podcast is going to be available for all channel members, for all patrons on Patreon, and it'll be on my... It sounds weird to say this, but it'll be on my merch store as well. And as it's only, as it's available for all channel members, all patrons, like no matter what tier, then it'll be going up on like the merch store. It's only going to be around like $3 per episode or something like that, just because obviously I'll be doing it monthly. And yeah, so hopefully it'll be good. It's kind of one of those things that like, I mean, I don't have a lot of time and I really want to do it, and it's kind of like I'm going to be investing all this time into it, so it'd be good to... Oh, wow. Yeah. Alright. So, Mark, how's life been? Life's been rather grandiose. It's a bit odd at the moment, like the fact that we've gone back on lockdown again. So, I literally was working for about a month again, and then all of a sudden I'm not working now. Which is a little bit... It feels weird, to be honest. The fact that, like, oh yeah, back to work, and now it's like, oh, no. I mean, I can't I'm not... The fact that I don't have to go to work means that I can focus more on, like, uni work. I can focus more on YouTube and stuff like that, which is great. But it's just... Yeah, it's weird. Oh, you've also gone back into lockdown as well? Oh, Jesus, fair enough. I was not aware of that. Is it a national lockdown, or is it just kind of local to you? And when my holidays are over, we go 1 week online, 1 week physical. That's how quite a few places are doing it in the UK. They've got they're kind of doing it so that in 1 week, half the students are in, whereas half the students are at home, and then the next week they swap over. So the students that were home then go in, and the students that were in go home, basically. I feel like that's a decent system, to be honest. I feel like it works, but I don't know. Lol, Merca really said no to lockdown. Oh, it is national, I think, because corona cases have skyrocketed. Okay, yeah. It's the same here. I mean, like, yesterday... That's it. Brilliant. What was I saying? Oh, well, to be honest, like, lockdown's not really one of those things that you kind of want. But it is kind of necessary. I mean, I remember what I was going to say now. So, in the UK, we've had the last... I think yesterday we had 25,000 new cases alone in the UK, which is ridiculous. You know, the cases now, I think, are higher than what they were back in kind of March and April, I think. So yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue with going on lockdown. Like, you got to do whatever needs to be done. You know, that's the thing. The important thing is making sure that the country and everyone in it is safe and stuff. Now or not, though? That is the question. Don't think so. Well, Fireblue just said stream died, so that's not good. No? Never mind. Okay, Fireblue just said never mind. Hell yeah. It's back. Yeah, I don't know. I had an issue. There you go. Oh, failed to connect to online services. Brilliant. He lagged. I did. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what it is. I genuinely think it's Battlefront. My internet and Battlefront do not get along. Yeah, I lost like 500 frames or something. Like 500 skipped frames within like 20 seconds, which is obviously quite a lot. So yeah. We can't load store offers. Oh no, that's a shame. Oh. I think it's Battlefront. My internet is always fine. Then this game died. Yeah, it's weird. Why is it going on to PS Plus? I mean, yeah, okay, I don't have PS Plus, but that's not the issue here. Hang on, I'll reload the game. Why not? The thing as well, though, is I've never had a stream issue like this with Squadrons at all. I've never had any like stream lag or disconnected or anything like that with Squadrons. It's only ever Battlefront it's happened. Oh, God almighty. Hour and a half until the round 1 highlights go up. I still remember when your stream crashed all the time. Dude, that was so annoying. That, like, was genuinely my internet, though. I'm done with Battlefront, but I'm staying in the stream, no worries. Well, I'm gonna load up Battlefront and... I mean, if this doesn't work, then I will just go and play a game of Squadrons or 2. Like, I'll just play like 2 dogfights or something. I am disconnected, so that's not good. Okay, looks like we're playing Squadrons. My apologies, guys. That was a bit of a shambles, but we move. Oh, Lord Almighty, it's okay. We'll play 2 dogfights. Some of you may not have seen me play Squadrons yet, so. The 1, not my 1. Huh? For not playing for months, I did decent, but still not as good as I once was. Not in my prime anymore. Well, after you've had a few months off, like, that's to be expected, really. I think with some games, it literally just takes me 1 match and I'm there. I'm back at it, you know. I did alright. I didn't play like amazing. I did okay. I was never amazing at Battlefront anyway. That's the thing. On my peak on Xbox, I got first almost every time. I miss those days. Yeah, I mean, I just miss the days of Battlefront. You know, I was thinking back to it earlier, like when, you know. Oh wow, okay. So it's just genuinely my internet and EA servers now, so that's good. Brilliant. Okay, well, I was hoping to play some Squadrons, but I guess not. But yeah, it's just like with Battlefront, it was always so nice, like, making you like kind of speculating what's next, or we had fairly regular community transmissions about abilities and stuff like that. Like, I haven't really looked back and reminisced about the Battlefront days until really like today, and just I miss those days quite a lot now, to be honest. Like, it's great, like I love Squadrons, don't get me wrong, but there's not like it doesn't hit the same. Doesn't hit the same. And to be another annoying thing as well is like literally the weeks leading up to the end of Battlefront. Obviously, we didn't know it was going to be the end of Battlefront, but the channel really started to pick up so much at that point. Like, it really did. And then Battlefront ends, and I was like, oh, okay. So that sucked. But then, like, you know, but Squadrons videos has been doing like really, really well anyway, for the most part. So I can't complain. When I always played was when the game was dead, and then when it became popular again, I was over it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that happens sometimes, and you kind of like stop playing because the game's kind of not that alive, and then yeah. Battlefront ended, a global pandemic started. Coincidence? I think not. Yes. Battlefront 2 ending and Rona are linked somehow. Dude, I have been playing KOTOR 2. I recommend you play it on stream one day. The game is just so good despite its age. I love being so nice to my crew than dicks to anyone else. Oh god, I still haven't played through KOTOR 1 yet, to be honest. I started playing it. I got to like the part where you meet Mission Val and Zalbar, I think it is, like in the sewers. I met those two, and that was kind of as far as I've gotten so far. But that was ages ago. Like, that's the thing actually. Like, I have all these other Star Wars games that, like, going into this year, I kind of was like, right, I have all these Star Wars games on my laptop, and I really want to make content for, like, all of them, but I haven't done that yet. Like, I want to go back and do some, like, classic Battlefront mod videos again, but in that, you know, in that live commentary format, like I did, a couple, I think it was, like, 2 months ago now. I think it might have been when I was on holiday. Looking at mods for Battlefront 2005 and doing stuff like that. Okay, well, I'm not sure if EA servers are actually down, but I kind of feel like they might be if this is the case now. Like, the fact that it happened on Squadrons. Let me load up FIFA, actually. Let's try that. If it doesn't work on FIFA, then EA servers are down. Nick, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Fireblue, take care, man. Have a good rest of your day yourself as well. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's just like I'm really like Battlefront was obviously going to come to an end at some point. Yeah, Battlefront was going to come to. Okay, so Spikey's foot is working. Okay, so it's probably just me. But yeah, I mean, Battlefront was going to come to an end at some point, wasn't it? So it's just like, I mean, it was inevitable, but it's nice. It was good. I just really want to have a Battlefront 3 ASAP, to be honest, and then hopefully, I really hope DICE get to work on that again, and we have a lot of the team. Like, genuinely, if we have like to the game. Okay, yeah, cannot connect to server and network features. Yeah, okay. Could you make a stream with Guy playing FIFA even though it isn't a Star Wars game? I mean, that's what my Twitch is for. There's Guy. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll sit in the menus for Battlefront, but I'll just talk for a while because I feel like talking. Closet Indian, my dude. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, Battlefront 3 hopefully, but that'll probably come if EA renews the license. It's not been like announced if it's been renewed yet, but I imagine it probably will do. It makes sense to anyway. But yeah, it's just I really want a Battlefront 3. I'll sort that out, shall I?
Yeah. It's your fault for placing this. It's your fault. Yeah, I knocked it. Sorry, chums.
Oh god. So yeah, okay. I have my light like resting on my face cam. So if this gets knocked, if the desk gets knocked, it falls. But yeah, I really like just over the last like 2 years. Obviously, I've met so many people in the community, like on Twitter and Discord and stuff like that, which has been awesome. And like obviously, I've got to know a couple of the developers and stuff like that. Like they followed me on Twitter now for a bit, and you know, I might have had like the odd conversation here and there, and I'd love to have a Battlefield. Like I think what will probably happen is Battlefield 6 will come out, and then they'll probably start working on a Battlefront 3 properly at that point, because then. Like, I feel like if that's the case, then it'll just be so nice because, you know, you'll have all of these, you know, you'll have all like the Star Wars YouTubers and like the game changers and stuff like that. And, you know, hopefully a lot of the developers who worked on Battlefront 2 will be on Battlefront 3. And then, like, I feel like it would just be like an amazing, like, you know, like a family reunion sort of thing. You have all like the content, like the same content creators coming back for the Battlefront game. You've got the same developers. A lot of the community members are coming back, and everyone's just like all happy and stuff like that. I feel like that would be such an amazing feeling. I'd prefer if it wasn't EA exclusive, like any game company can make a Star Wars game, but that will never happen. Split has that insider info. I mean, I don't, but the thing is, though, is that so here's the thing. I think it's mostly a logistical. It's a logistical thing, really, because if you have like several large publishers working on working with Star Wars games. So okay, EA have been doing it for the last like 10 years anyway because of like SWTOR as well. So they've been working with Disney for a long time, and well, they've been working with Lucasfilm and now obviously Disney as well for a long time, and people like Ubisoft, Rockstar, and all these other publishers, they haven't touched the Star Wars IP. They haven't worked with Lucasfilm at all. So if they were to make a Star Wars game, then firstly, they'd need to kind of have that... they'd need to actually build that relationship with them. They'd obviously have to go through all of these processes that EA have already done. They'd need to set up all the pipelines and all the work, like, just, you know, they'd be at square one, and it would take a, like... especially if EA lost the license and it went to someone else, then this next publisher who had the license would be at square one, whereas EA already have everything set in place to be able to just be like, obviously it's not like this, but they'd have everything set in place to be able to be like, okay, here's our game, like here's our pitch, here's a prototype, what do you think? And then they're like, cool, yeah, and then they go and do it. They obviously that's not how it works, but you know, they they know how Lucasfilm and Disney work. They know everything about it because they've been working with them for the last 10 years. They know what they kind of expect and all that. And the working relationship with them is already really good anyway. And the systems they have in place, they've been no doubt using for a while. So it makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever for EA to lose the license. And especially as well, like, sure, there's been a few negative things, especially Battlefront 2 launch. But from a business perspective, they've done really well. Both Battlefront games combined sold 33 million copies. Fallen Order sold more copies than expected, which is obviously always good. I think it sold over 10 million or something like that. And then, I mean, we don't know how Squadrons is doing, but like, Andrew Wilson, so EA CEO, literally said that like he doesn't really mind how he doesn't really like care too much on how Squadrons does, because like he's just happy with the kind of range of Star Wars games that they've created. Because that's the thing. Like, Squadrons is so different to anything we've seen for a long time, so it's nice to be able to kind of cater to almost that audience, really. But going back to the whole, like, if it wasn't just exclusive to EA and it went to like kind of anyone else as well, then that would just be far, far more work for Lucasfilm as well, because they'd be doing all this stuff with EA, but then all of a sudden they've now got to do this with like other publishers and other development teams and all that, and it's just like, well, they probably don't really have the personnel to be able to do that. I mean, yeah, okay, there'd be more Star Wars games and stuff like that, but kind of short term, is it financially viable? And yeah, to me, I feel like if the license went out to multiple people, it could be a bit messy, especially at the start. I wouldn't mind obviously, because if it went to more people, we'd get more Star Wars games. Yay, happy days. And I think the competition would be really good, because competition like drives innovation. That's the thing. Because if you just had one, it's like if you only ever had one person making microphones. They could be awful, but you've got no one else making microphones, so that sets the standard. But then all of a sudden you've got this other company who starts making microphones, and they're better than the previous company, and then that previous company then go like, okay, well, we need to change this, we need to work better, we need to improve our stuff, and then they go better, and it keeps getting better and better and all that. That's kind of, yeah, it's really interesting to think about, but it doesn't, to me personally, it just doesn't make sense for EA to not have the license again. I think we will see. I can't really say like how long it could be extended. It could only be like another 5 years. It could be another 10 years. It could be even longer. I feel like considering it was 10 years first, I think they might do another 10 years. But like only time will tell. EA said that. EA said back at EA Play Live earlier this year that they want to double down on Star Wars games. They made that very clear. So we could literally be seeing a Star Wars game every single year. Like, well, in like 2-3 years' time, we could be seeing a Star Wars game most years, Which, if we did, that would be amazing. Because for the first, like, well, it was 2013 and we got Battlefront in 2015. Okay, so that was 2 years. Then it was another 2 years, which was a game from the same company, but just like a sequel to it. So it's kind of like, well, you've now had 4 years and you just had one game and a sequel from like the big, well, obviously that was Battlefront 1, then Battlefront 2 from DICE. And then finally, obviously, earlier this... Oh, cool. And then finally earlier this year, not earlier this year, like late last year, you obviously had Fallen Order, which was finally like a new Star Wars game from an actual different studio this time. and then we've now had Motive, who obviously did a bit on Battlefront 2, with Squadrons, and then yeah, like we'll see what happens. I mean, there was this whole thing about Motive making a new Star Wars action game, but that turned out actually not to be true. Like Motive actually came out yesterday and said that it's not actually true. Like they're not making another Star Wars game. There's also some rumors going around about another Force Unleashed 3 being made by EA, which is not true. It doesn't make sense at all. But yeah, it feels weird to think that it's Bonfire Night, Spikies. Yeah, it's one of those things that like is never like. I remember talking about it quite often, and making it was always like a big deal when I was in primary school. But then for the last like 10 years, it's just been like you just forget about it, The Colin Show and Drunk Lily, good to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. I can't access EA servers at the moment. My internet kind of crapped itself when playing Battlefront, so I'm just talking, really. I'm just talking for a little bit about random stuff. I think for the last 10 minutes I was going on about the Star Wars license quite a lot. But we'll see. I think it'll be an interesting next few years. Also, the reason why that Force Unleashed 3... I'll probably make a video on this next week, but the reason why Force Unleashed 3 is not being made by EA is, well, firstly, it's Legends content, and Disney, the fact that, Disney hasn't touched Legends in ages, especially like with mainstream media, they haven't touched Legends, and they probably won't touch Legends for a very long time, minus the Lego stuff, obviously. And then it wouldn't be being made by EA because, well, firstly, they had nothing to do with it before. And then, Force Unleashed, Fallen Order, they're obviously not the same game, but they do share quite a bit of, quite a fair few similarities. And the Fallen Order franchise was very successful last year, and they're obviously, Respawn are making another Jedi game, so it makes no sense for EA to just be like, yes, we've just made a new successful Star Wars franchise. Oh, but now we're going to go and completely ignore that and make another game from a classic that we did nothing about. And it makes no sense. It's just, it's not happening. So quite where that rumor actually came from, I don't know. Like, you just have to be really careful with rumors, because I could literally go and say like, oh yeah, there's a new Star Wars pod racing game coming out in 2 years' time, and then someone might hear that and be like, oh my god, is he serious? And then they'd like start reporting about it, and then it would be like, oh yeah, rumor has it that there's a Star Wars pod racing game coming out, and that'll like blow up, and it'll be like, bruh, anyone can come up with a rumor, and then it can be blown way out of proportion, and it's just like, it's a bit silly, really. It's a bit silly. But anyway, it's time for food for Spiky, so he's gonna head off. No worries at all. Awesome Burger, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I will. Oh wait, hang on. I've actually connected. Alright, well, I was going to end it there, but I'll just play a quick game of Heroes versus Villains then. Why not? Alright. Okay. Alright. Last game then, and then I will call it a day there. In an hour and 10 minutes from literally right now, the Creator Clash Round 1 highlights will be going live. So be sure to tune into that. That's going to be on the Star Wars Legions channel. It's 5 a.m. for you. God damn. Yeah, over the last like few days, I've been randomly waking up as well. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've been randomly waking up at kind of like 6 o'clock-ish. Back a second. Anakin is trending on Twitter for no reason. I think it's probably because the Lego Star Wars holiday special. I think that's probably why Anakin's trending. Cool jacket. Thank you. Yeah, it's the Squadrons Squadrons 1. Yeah. Imperial logo. Very cool. Oh, you had sleep paralysis? Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I've had that like once, which was horrible. It wasn't like it didn't last long or anything like that, but yeah, for me it was like I woke up randomly and then I kind of opened my eyes and I tried to move and I literally I could feel like my body wanting to move, but I kept getting like, it felt like there was like this massive like weight on me and that I just couldn't move at all. And then I started to like panic a little bit inside, and then I shut my eyes for a few seconds and I opened them again and I could move, and it was just it was honestly the weirdest thing. You get it a few times a week, damn. That sucks. Yeah, I know a few people who I know quite a few people who suffer from it. It's such a weird thing. No way. Woo. No, they haven't. No. Oh, you're joking. Wait, what?
This is the light, but it's just so pixelated.
Oh, right. That's really weird. Cameron Brinson, sorry. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what, like what if you actually went to the doctors and stuff, like what could they actually like do to help? Like, is there actually any like medicine that can help with it, or what? Oh, I'm actually lagging loads. Jesus Christ. By the way, I'm back checking something on Twitter. Hope you stay safe, man. This goddamn pandemic that is going against the bloody wall. It's a joke. And now the stream's going to be lagging as well, so it's just... Oh, my lord. It's funny how the pre-countdown timer thing, it was like, he's going to be live at 3 AM, I won't catch this stream. And well, here I am. Check it out. You'll see the likes of myself and many others on there, so it's going to be a good watch. I'm going to call it a day there, though, guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and I will